Hi everyone, welcome back to Music Talk 101. Today we're going to talk about the basics in home recording. In 2016, I had quit a job and I took out my 401k and I bought a really nice laptop, which I still have now, and it's an Apple MacBook Pro. And that right there has been my lifesaver in recording because it had built-in GarageBand. So I would say if you were going to go something very basic, if you have a MacBook Pro or Apple product that has GarageBand on it, then you're already set up. You're ready to go. Every song that I've recorded, I've used GarageBand and I've had no problems with it. There's not as much of a learning curve with GarageBand as some of the others. It's pretty easy to use, pretty straightforward. You can find a lot of information online. If you're having trouble, you can always Google it. There's pretty much a video for anything on GarageBand if you can't figure it out. But I would say get a good laptop. Apple is one of my favorites. I feel like the MacBook Pro is probably the best for recording. Like I said, GarageBand is a great beginner way to get started, but it's also professional. I think you can get really good at it. I feel like I have. You can turn that into something that you use for the rest of your life. So, and then the other thing is whatever instrument you play, if you're a guitarist, bass player, or a keyboardist, you will just have to buy an interface for the guitars. Now with the keyboard, a lot of times you can plug that straight into your computer with the USB port. A lot of them come with a cable that you can plug straight in, and that's perfect for keyboards. With guitar, I would get a Focusrite 2.0. It's an interface that you can plug your regular guitar cables into, and then there's another line that goes into the computer, which is USB as well. And those are the greatest ways to connect your guitar instruments to your computer. And then the other thing, now if you're a drummer, things will be a whole lot different, unless you have a drum machine or something like that you could use. Now GarageBand has built-in tracks, and that's what I use a lot of the times. I don't have a live drummer. I don't play drums anymore. I did when I first started out, but I mostly play guitar, keyboards, and sing and rap now. And I do all the recording parts, but I usually use all the drum tracks that I can program inside of GarageBand, which there's a lot to use. So you really, you can always edit them as well. You can take any sound, make it sound better. You can change the tempo. You can add, if you want it complicated or simple, you can change all those parameters inside of GarageBand. So it's very simple to use. If you're an instrumental artist or whatever, and you just want to use the drum tracks that are already programmed, that's the best advice I have for you, especially starting out. You don't need a lot of equipment. So today I just wanted to make this quick video just to let you know, if you have a computer, Apple preferably, with GarageBand built in, and you have your instrument of choice and you have an interface. Now the other thing is too, you could have a monitor system. You don't really have to if you're using earphones. A good headphone is all you really need. AKG makes them. There's another company called, let me think of it. I always forget the name of it. Fine. Fine. I think it's Fine. But they also make a USB microphone, and I actually have that as well. So that's another thing you will need for singing, rapping, and whatnot. You can actually plug that microphone right into your computer with the USB port. So those are probably the most important things. Like I said, you could get a monitor system for pretty cheap, probably $300 or less, so you can hear it out loud without earphones. But honestly, I have speakers and I don't even use them anymore. Yamaha makes a good one, but it's not even that necessary. Like if you're using your headphones, you can get a good clean sound for recording and mixing with just your headphones alone. I think you get a better idea of what the sound is when it's locked in on your head, and everything's noise canceled. So for mixing, I would definitely use headphones. But those are the basics: a laptop with GarageBand, an interface, your instrument of choice, which could be guitar, keyboards, whatnot. Like I said, GarageBand already has the built-in drum tracks. So if you were a drummer, then that's something I don't really know a whole lot about because I don't play drums. But you would have to mic your drum set and have a way to go through the interface into your computer, or if it's a USB port, like if it's trying to think, like a drum, electronic drum set. I can't think today. Electronic drum set, a lot of those may have USB ports, so you might be okay with that too. But basically that's the basics. Like I said, I wouldn't say you need a whole lot more. A good microphone, that's the one thing I didn't mention. But I did mention the one with the USB port. So if you don't have a USB port, I guess you could plug that directly into your interface, if it has the cord like the guitars do. So that's it. That's pretty much it, guys. I just wanted to make a short video. That's the basics of home recording. And I'll be making another video soon, probably about the mixing process or about some other factors that go into home recording. But it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Like I said, GarageBand, a lot of people downplay it, but I've almost recorded 60 songs using GarageBand, and I don't want to change. Maybe one of these days I'll switch to something else, but it's so easy to use, so straightforward. There's a lot of information online. If you're ever having trouble, you can find the information. So anyways, you guys have a great day, and thank you guys for watching. If you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Thank you. Have a great day.